I'm Courtney. I'm an athletic training student from Seton Hall, and this is my patient Calen, and we're going to demonstrate leg lowers, also known as leg raises. During leg lowers, we are working your rectus abdominis. The hip flexors are also involved because of the hip flexion that is taking place and the insertion point of the hip flexors. So first, you want to have your patient laying flat on their back. If they have a natural curve in their spine or lumbar lordosis, they can put their hands underneath the small of their back to make it more comfortable. If they don't need to, there's no reason to unless it's uncomfortable. So you would instruct your patient to lift their legs at the same time up to 90 degrees and then slowly lower down. Because you are working the rectus abdominis, you would do 15 reps for 3 sets. So this is a isotonic open kinetic chain exercise. It's isotonic because the muscle is both lengthening and shortening here. When the legs are being lowered to the ground, that's the eccentric phase of the leg lowers, and as he brings his leg up, that's the concentric phase of the exercise. So an isometric variation of leg lowers, you could have your patient just hold their legs at one point from the start to the finish. So just have them hold, and they would hold for about 10 seconds. They can do that 5 to 10 times. They can hold at different ranges, so the lower to the ground they are, the harder the exercise. As he lifts his legs higher to the ceiling, that would be a little bit easier than hovering lower to the table. So for a progression of leg lowers, you can have your patient laying flat, again, on the ground, and he would hold your ankles, and as he brings his legs up, you would push them down. You can start slow and start pressing harder. This again would make the rectus abdominis contract more and be a progression for the leg lowers. Another way to progress leg lowers is you can have your patient hold a weighted bar at their chest level, keeping their arms straight, performing the same exercises with their legs. You could also add ankle weights to their ankles as well to make the exercise harder. Another variation for leg lowers is your patient can alternate and go side to side. This would focus more on their obliques, so when he's going to the left, he's working his left internal and right external oblique. When he goes to his right, he works his right internal and left external oblique.